The Snowy Dream.
Little Arif lived in a tiny village in a warm country where the sun never seemed to rest. His house was made of old wooden planks, and his world was filled with the rustling of palm trees and the smell of blooming flowers. Yet, his heart longed for something he had never known. Snow. Arif's dream began one rainy night when he found a tattered book in a pile of junk near his village. Inside were pictures of snowy mountains, children building snowmen, and icy lakes shimmering in the moonlight. The sight filled his mind with wonder. Every night, Arif would close his eyes and dream of standing in a field of white, feeling the snowflakes kiss his cheeks. He imagined himself building a snowman with a carrot nose and sliding down icy hills, laughing as the cold breeze tickled his face. One morning, after finishing his chores, Arif sat outside, staring at the clear sky. "Mummy," he asked his mother, "what does snow feel like?" His mother smiled sadly, wiping her hands on her worn sari. "I've never seen it, my dear. But I've heard it's soft, like the cotton we pick in the fields." Arif closed his eyes and pressed a piece of cotton to his cheek. It was soft, but it didn't feel magical. He sighed, knowing he could never leave his village to see snow for himself. His family could barely afford their daily meals. That night, under the starlit sky, Arif made a wish. "If I can't go to the snow, let the snow come to me." The next morning, Arif woke to a strange stillness outside. He ran to the courtyard, and his breath caught. White flakes covered the ground, shimmering in the early sunlight. For a moment, his heart leapt. Could it be snow? But as he stepped closer, he realized it wasn't snow. It was bits of cotton and shredded paper scattered across the ground. His friends stood nearby, grinning. Arif laughed and jumped into the pile of paper, throwing it in the air like snowflakes. His friends joined him, giggling and pretending they were in a snowy wonderland. For a moment, his dream felt real, and his heart was full. Their laughter echoed through the village, and Arif felt something he hadn't before. Hope. That night, as he gazed at the stars, Arif made a promise to himself. One day, he whispered, "I'll see the real snow. I'll work hard, study, and become someone who can travel to places I've only dreamed about. I'll feel the cold on my skin and build my own snowman." And that was the spark of determination that set Arif apart. He didn't just dream, he made a plan. He would grow up to be a well-educated and successful young man. He would save money, learn about the world, and one day he would stand in a field of real snow. But Arif's dream wasn't just his own. It belonged to every child in warm countries who longed to experience the magic of snow. His story became their story, a reminder that even the most distant dreams can become real with courage and effort. Years later, when Arif stood in a snowy field for the first time, the cold nipping at his cheeks and the snow crunching under his boots, he remembered that day in the village. The laughter, the cotton snow, and the promise he made to himself. And he smiled, knowing he had carried not just his dream, but the dreams of countless others, to a place where they could finally come true. Thanks for watching.
If you found this interesting, like, share, and subscribe for more learning videos.